Hey guys, and welcome back to Tomotaku, a central hub for all things otaku. I've recently been watching the summer 2017 anime series known as Isekai Shokudou, or Restaurant to Another World, and it has easily captured my heart in just the first episode. It's a show I slept on for about 2.5 weeks before having a friend play it for me. Going in, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. I guess that hearing that it was an isekai show made me think it was just going to be another trashy light novel plot. However, I was wrong. In Isekai Shokudou, the owner of the restaurant, who is simply known as Master, cooks up delicious Eastern and Western style meals for a slew of Fantasy World customers. Seeing these characters communicate with one another while enjoying a meal was interesting to see, especially since these foods were kinds that the Fantasy World characters had never experienced, so seeing them react to something that we all normally eat in real life gave me a bit of a chuckle. Every episode is titled with 2 different dishes, each related to the customer who shows up at the restaurant. They give a detailed backstory on how each character found the mysterious door that leads to the restaurant and what made them become a regular customer. I'm especially fond of the second half of episode 2, where a man named Heinrich is struggling to survive during his travels. Feeling like he'd starved to death, he stumbles upon the door and enters the cafe, proceeding to order a fried shrimp dish that he greatly enjoys to the point where he gives up on his own sword as payment. These kinds of experiences also happen with many other characters, as the show explains their first encounter with the restaurant. The message I'm trying to convey is that this restaurant is doing wonders for the beings of the fantasy world. It's as if the restaurant is bringing 2 worlds together and in a good way. And Master is an amazing lead character. He is kind, patient, smart, and a very skilled cook who knows what he's doing. He loves his profession and he loves making others happy. To have such a passion and love what you do is important. Aletta, the female demon waitress who works there, is also a great character. Her cheerful and sweet demeanor always makes me smile, and I always enjoy seeing her on screen when watching. There's always something new with each episode, and I never feel like I'll get bored. Now, I know what you're thinking. If each episode is different, how does the plot stay consistent? Well, as the series progresses, we start seeing characters from previous episodes come to the restaurant, ordering their specific dish just like they always do. We even start seeing newly introduced characters communicate with them, proving that the story is indeed flowing. What set the show apart from so many others is its skill of storytelling and fleshing out such a big cast of characters without having to use long-winded exposition scenes. It also separates itself from other isekai shows by not having some teenager travel to a fantasy world, but instead have fantasy world characters come to the restaurant and only the restaurant. They don't need to travel around and do a bunch of fighting. This show is for those who want to kick back, relax, and have a good time. I even found myself enjoying the soundtrack since it sounded so relaxing and peaceful when listening to it. Another win in my book. I believe there's a moral in this anime. It's that no matter how different we are from each other, there will always be something that we can come together to agree on. This show is about friendship, unity, bonding, and building relationships. The cooking and the food, the restaurant as a whole, it brings everyone together and proves that on the inside, we're all the same. Isekai Shokudou is definitely one of the most endearing anime I've ever seen. It's a feel-good show that doesn't require action, wacky comedy, or other shenanigans in order to be an amazing series. I know that this show is one that I'm never going to forget. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and follow me on Twitter at Tomoki_1992, which I'll be linking in the description. Hope you all have a good one and be the best otaku you can be. Peace.